Alright, we have not touched Katawa Shoujo for a while, so let's keep going, shall we? I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I start working as instructed from the board. It already looks like today is going to be a heavy one. I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha might jump on me trying to get an answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council, even if it's just one day. I wouldn't put it past them to try. They're basically cult leaders, and I don't have an answer for them if they try, so the situation is convenient for me. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head and see that Shizune and Misha are staring at me with their cultist eyes. Shizune gives me a smile that is equal parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now. There is no escape."
He-chan, it looks like we're together again. Yay, yay!
Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. And could I jump through the window? Perhaps. Jumping out the window isn't the best option, though. Dot.
Yeah, what's wrong, He-chan?
Dot.
Oh, He-chan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you would think about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, He-chan. We were talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early, right? Right. Ha 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 ha.
I'm so happy you two are able to have a laugh at my expense, and even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy you two can be. Now that that's over, Shizune snaps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic, important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only two problems. I almost want to say something about her rush to get things started seemed a bit much, considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. What a overachiever. Aww. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Hey, that girl over there.
Huh? Who, He-chan?
Her. Hanako. Over there. Does she always work alone?
I think so, He-chan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone?
I was just thinking that, maybe she could work with us or something.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea, He-chan.
Why, you bitch? Why? Why not?
She-chan won't get along with her.
Why? Misha shuffles around the question, laying out a laugh that sounds very strange. All her laughs are strange.
Yeah.
It's nervous, but still has that lilting up and down quality present in everything she says.
Just because, He-chan.
By now, Shizune has noticed our conversation. It makes me realize again how Misha has been signing everything she's been saying this whole time. Dot. Look at that face! That is a perfect, icon for any situation.
What, She-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not gonna say that.
You just did. You just said it.
No, I know, He-chan. It's fine if you over here. You don't matter.
I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her, I wouldn't be able to understand a thing she's insane and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time? So there's never a conversation Shizune will be left out of? Dot.
Anyway, we should start on the problems now, He-chan. Don't be a butt.
We finished with time to spare. and I decided to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly, the food so far has been subpar. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we'll have time to go the way there. What about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. Aww, she's so cute. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else in the class is busying themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, cult arranging. The ones with actual box lunches mixed in and chattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. Yum, 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 yum. But when I watch Hanako, it feels that I'm the only one who can see her. Almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I've started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. Is it a hot date? I do what I always do when I don't know what to do, like now. I've already started on one of my books I borrowed yesterday, and it took with me to school to fill the empty moments between classes. I'm obsessed with reading. Well, who isn't? It's a good hobby. I find the page, I crease the corner. Do not do that to books. They are living things. You don't crease corners, sir. I'm ashamed. I'm not even going to finish that sentence. Misha and Shizune are still arguing heatedly, probably about restaurants still. If I join them, I just get caught up in that, or worse, get grilled about joining the student council. Misha isn't speaking aloud since there's no one who'd need to hear what they're talking about. Why does she tend to sign things even when Shizune doesn't need to understand what's being said? Even more strangely, when Shizune is not around at all. What an odd conflict of habits for a cult leader. I find it hard to focus on the book, and besides, the lunch break beckons me to leave the dullness of the classroom. I do so, heading down for the cafeteria. Misha and Shizune have come to a conclusion of one kind or another, following my wake, though still talking in their animated fashion. Just around the river bend. What's that music? It's like, it's got a beat. Just around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a runaway train. Ouch. Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down on the hallway floor. What a cutie. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during lunch break. More striking than that, though, she's got no legs. Or she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs end in shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up.
Aw, man. Hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going, and you just kind of came out of nowhere. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
She's looking really apologetic. Apollo 13. In the hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything, since hurt puppies are my weak spot. It's okay. Don't worry. Ouch. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. It seems normal.
Hey, should I get a nurse?
The worried, should I be higher? High-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stare at her for a few seconds, dumbfounded, until I realize I probably looked far worse off than I really was. Doubled over myself, looking all intense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart.
No need. I'm way okay. I'm okay.
Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time, and take a deep breath. She just knocks the wind out of me, big time, but it's nothing more than that.
Are you sure you're okay, man? I hit you pretty hard.
It's okay, I said. I was fine, and nothing's broken. No harm done.
Oh, well, that's good.
I feel a hand on my shoulder at the same time the girls, oh my god, did that just skip? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Eep! What is happening? Oh, that's an angry face if I've ever seen one. I don't have time to look behind me because Shizune's already shoving me aside and stomping over the girl, signing furiously at her.
Miss Ibarazaki, I saw that. Running in the halls is strictly forbidden, yeah.
Misha translates right on Shizune's tail, but her voice is girlishly playful, not full of divine fury Shizune's arm movements would seem to call for.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to get stuff. I was in a kind of hurry.
Dot.
Well, you've been told this 1,000 times before. Your reckless behavior endangers other students, and even worse, it's explicitly against the school regulations.
The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. It's so cute! Ah!
I know that.
I was just... Dot.
Yeah. Make sure this will not happen again. Although I'm sure telling you this is futile and only causes me further headache when you choose to ignore the regulations. Got that, Emmy?
The small girl sticks out her tongue in response.
I gotta go. Teacher will have my head. I promised to help pronounce, but I went running instead. Sorry, I gotta change and everything.
Before Misha, Shizune, or I can say anything, she's already bolted from where she was a second ago, almost halfway towards the stairwell. Shizune looks like she's about to go nuclear on the spot. About to go turbo, so I smile at her in a vain attempt to calm her down. Dot.
Are you okay, Hichan? That Ibarazaki girl is always like that, causing trouble to others.
I'm pretty sure Shizune wouldn't call me Hichan.
Never mind.
Yeah, well, I'm okay. Just got the wind knocked out of me, literally. Ha, 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 ha.
That's great, Hichan.
I wouldn't call it that great, but I let it slide this one time. Dot.
We have to run now. There's an important student council meeting regarding the festival, and we finally decided where to eat.
Dot.
Too bad you can't join, but this lunch meeting's only for council members, cult members. We can take you there some other time. Oh, but that'd be like a date, wouldn't it?
The girls leave for downstairs. I didn't manage to get far from the third floor hallway before this commotion struck, literally. I should get going as well. The lunch and the afternoon class passed uneventfully. I read most of the books I had started yesterday and eat some of the mostly inedible offerings at the cafeteria. The class is tiresome. The teacher seems like an okay person, despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone's a natural genius. What a dick.
What am I gonna do?